great, not bad. There's my other, that was my first attempt. Learning to use my Lincoln Electric handy core. So, trying to fiddle with adjustments and so forth. And just, I've been practicing welding these two pieces to this long shaft. Pretty sloppy and not very good, but literally this is the first time I've ever welded, so. Learning as I go. But it's still pretty strong. Not going anywhere. Kind of cool. Never welded before. I'm so happy that I finally have this. Should have done this 25 years ago. So I could just fix little things here and there. Dog's interested. Yes, he was. Alright, so now this was the frame I had bolted together for my side-by-side to put a full-size battery in. So now that I've at least learned a little bit, I'm trying to drop some just simple welds on seams. So. And I think I'm going to weld each one of these bolts too. Just put a spot weld on them. Again, this is the first time I've ever welded, but I think this is going to be a good solid unit. So you can tell I'm a crappy welder. I've been welding for 20 minutes now. But I think it's doing the trick. I'm just doing this on each one of these seams with these bolts and then tack welding a spot or two on each bolt. I think is gonna make this a super sturdy outfit. You can tell I hold it too long and burn through the steel and other things, but 20 minutes into my welding career, things are moving along. All right, so I got all the little joints welded, and I stuck a couple of tack welds, or at least one, on each bolt. So nothing fancy. I now know how to, I learned how to weld 45 minutes ago. So, and you didn't need all these bolts on this. I didn't, at the time, a year ago, I didn't have a welder, and I bought the steel and I cut it, and then I drilled it and put it together with these bolts. Decided that wasn't going to be good enough, and then in the meantime, bought a welder and I'm learning how to weld. This will be up underneath the housing, up underneath the machine. No one will ever see it, most likely. So I don't care how sloppy the welding looks or if it's super, super strong, because I think the welding with the bolts will be great. So I'm gonna sand this down and primer it, spray it. I think I'm gonna add some walls, but I'm not sure. I might just drop the plastic housing down into there and let that be the unit. Anyway, coming along. Started a year ago and then dropped the project. Beautiful day. There's the Pioneer. Getting a big battery soon. Maybe not till summer. All right, I thought I'd show you what welder I have. It's this Lincoln Handycore. Wire spool in there. Gasless flux cord. I think this was a few $100s on Amazon. And then I bought this cart and assembled it from Harbor Freight and bought some odds and ends, gloves and extra stuff, clamps, magnets for when I get better at welding. And then my wife ordered this helmet off the Amazon because it had good reviews. And it actually, one nice thing about it, has this electric adjustment, so when sorry about that, you can look through, and then it's not until you start welding that the light causes this to automatically go dark. So the nice thing is then you can do whatever you're going to do and get right where you want to be and see clearly through it. The handheld mask that came with this Lincoln Electric, this guy, it's so dark you can't see through it unless you're actually welding. So I like that. Yes, Welder. Welding Helmet Pro. At least so far I do. And I did notice, I went back and looked at my film, my head was exposed, and I did get one when I actually, can't remember the name, but I welded my little tip to the framing momentarily, and it popped when I pulled it away, and I felt a little thing bounce off my head, and it was hot. So I'm going to get something to cover my head, either a hat backwards or something. But other than that, everything else was fine. And normally I won't do it indoors. I don't think. I removed all the gas and flammable stuff. But it's a slick welder. I mean, this is my first day, so, but I love having it already. So, good deal.